All right, cool.
Hi everyone, this is Chris with El Gizmo, and I'm here with Sandeep Parikh.
That's me.
You'll probably know him as Zaboo in the Guild, so very awesome. But he's also the co-creator of The Legend of Neil.
Yeah, the creator and co-writer.
Creator and co-writer.
You got it.
So very awesome. If you've ever played Legend of Zelda, the original one, you have to watch it. So tell me a little bit how you got started with that idea.
So The Legend of Neil came about when I was watching my roommate play through the original Zelda. Yeah. He got like a care package from his family, had the old Nintendo and then the beloved golden cartridge. Excellent. And so he claimed that he could beat the game in under an hour, which I thought was insane since I spent most of my life as a young child trying to beat that game. So as he was playing, he knew every secret. He got the Master Sword before. Or the white sword before even beating a level. Like he knew how to get all the extra card pieces and so.
Did he do it under an hour though?
No.
Oh.
It was like an hour and 20.
That's not bad. Okay. It took me
anyway, we were drinking through the whole thing, which probably also slowed him down. And then I thought it would be really, I don't know, just kind of watching him play it. I started sort of joking, who is this old guy and why is he giving you a wooden sword to actually kill creatures with? The logic of it was hilarious to me. And then I started writing that sketch. I just kind of pulled out my laptop and started writing the sketch, and in the morning when I was hungover, it was still funny.
It was still fun. That is the important thing.
And so then I shot it off to Tony Janning, who I co-wrote the rest of the series with, and who stars in it, and he was all about it. So
very cool.
Yeah.
So have you already been doing videos at this point?
Yeah, I've been making a bunch of little sketches. I did a pilot called The Good Guys, which is this superhero. It's about what they're doing when they're not saving the world, kind of superhero meets The Office, or Heroes meets The Office. Cool. Did that before both of those shows even existed. And so I came out to LA to be a filmmaker and to be a director, and then got involved with Channel101.com, which is this monthly community of filmmakers who make these pilots, these 5-minute pilots, and then the audience there votes on which pilots they want to see next episode of next month. Nice. Which is a great program. If you're a beginning filmmaker and you happen to be in LA or want to do that, this is such an awesome website to be a part of. And that got me just making things very quickly. It was it wasn't about sort of coming up with an idea and then sitting on it for 6 months. It was make it happen and go, and then if you get voted back, you have to do it for another month. So it was really it helped me sort of develop an understanding of how to create things quickly and to just go with it. And so that's what Legend of Neil was for. But then we put it onto YouTube. It got 500,000 hits. It sort of blew up there. And Comedy Central came knocking, and they said they wanted to fund more of the series.
So did you think when you went out to LA, I'm going to be a filmmaker, did you think that the internet was going to be the thing that propelled you?
No. When I first went out to LA, the internet in terms of delivering video was still at a very nascent stage. It was YouTube wasn't even around yet. I mean, that's when things really took off, I think. There was only Tiki Bar TV was the only web show, which is an amazing show, but it was really early on, and Channel 101 was one of the early, they were around, I think, starting in 2001. So I mean, I made that Good Guys. I made that as a television pilot, a 22-minute pilot, and that got me representation at William Morris. I got agency representation, so that was all cool. But then it was very difficult to get things going. We'd take all these meetings, amazing meetings with Fox and with Spike TV, and then the creators of South Park, meeting with all these people. But ultimately, there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of reasons to say no. And the cool thing about the internet is that there's nobody to tell you no.
It's direct to the public.
Yeah, it's direct to the public. You get to self-distribute. You control the marketing. You do it all. So when I found Channel 101 and started making my own sketches, it was okay, well, I can just do this myself. So that's when I popped The Legend of Neil, and I was well, I'm gonna push it myself. And then when I went to all those same meetings, to Comedy Central and Spike TV, I came in armed with a show that already had 500,000 views and had a fan base. And I was here's a show, and it's already got people that want more. And so that's when the offers came rolling on. So.
Very cool, very cool. And then after that, you got started on The Guild, working with Felicia Day. So she wrote the part of Zaboo for you? Is that what I heard?
Indeed. So Felicia, Jeff, and I, and most of the cast of The Legend of Neil, we were all part of this theater called The Empty Stage, which is run by Stan Wells, an amazing teacher of improv. And we had been playing around with each other for a few years before both The Guild and Legend of Neil even existed. and putting each other in sketches. You'll see some old sketches. There's one called The Blood Oath of 3 Men and a Baby, where you'll see me and a few of my friends, Zach and Ben, and Felicia's in it, and then Tony and I did a little show called Raptor, and so those were like kind of the growing, I think, the growing stages for us. And so we had been writing each other roles, and then Felicia, was like, hey, I want to make stuff too. She was like, I want to have the control as well. And then she wrote The Guild, and we were all like blown away by it. And she was like, I want you to play this role. And I was like, I'm not really an actor. I don't know if because like for me, it's all about the writing and directing. Yeah. But she's like, I think you're perfect for this creepy internet stalker guy. I was like, oh, thank you.
What a compliment.
Yeah. I think it's wish fulfillment. She wishes that I would stalk her. I'm sure that's not true. So she wrote that role, and I was like, this is hilarious. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. And then she told me that Jeff's going to play Vork, and I was like, that's perfect. He's so funny. So there was just no reason to say no at that point.
To be able to work with all the people you've been.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing it for free, and it's just like for the fun of it, kind of thing. I mean, it wasn't always just. I mean, she had the vision to make it, a grand project, and she definitely pushed it real hard, and I learned a lot from her too, marketing wise. I think she's brilliant in many levels, and it's not just as a writer and an actor, but she like really knows how to get her stuff out there.
Yeah, and so how does it feel? I mean, one time you moved out to LA and trying to break into the film industry, and now you've got 2 shows. One that you
feel
behind the scenes.
Super lucky. I think I don't want to be in any other position. I mean, I think it's perfect. I mean, it's not like. We don't have. I'm not in film and TV yet, and there's a lot more money there. But I think what we're doing is just more exciting for me.
Yeah.
It's like I've always been, even before I decided to go into writing and directing. I love like entrepreneurial stuff, and as a kid growing up, I was like, oh, I want to be a business dude, and I want to. My brother went out to Silicon Valley. I was like, I want to follow in his footsteps. So it has that same like entrepreneurial feel. Like we're doing something new. We're blazing a trail. So that excites me a lot.
With those 2 series, I think you really are paving the way for a new generation of media, because it shows that model, the internet distributed web series, is a viable model. People want to see this. I mean,
No, there's a huge audience for us. Traditional media still kind of wants to ignore it a little bit, but we're just gonna push through that door very soon.
And then Comedy Central, and that also shows that there is a door there.
Absolutely. So this season, the 3rd season of Legend of Neil, we just announced this. It involved a television pilot deal for me. So it is a good way to get involved in traditional media. I still will refuse to abandon the web. As part of this, even this TV pilot deal, is really important to me that I maintain the rights to do the web spin-offs of everything that I create for them. So it is sort of taking a leap forward, but at the same time, making sure that we don't abandon what got us here, especially since it's the future. I mean, it's just a matter of time before they all converge anyway.
So you've got two series that you're involved in, both centered around video games. So how much of a video game nerd are you?
I'd say I'm like, I don't know, 6 to 10 kind of thing. Like it's more coincidence, I'd say, than it is. I mean, obviously I grew up on the NES.
Yeah.
But we weren't rich enough to like get every new game and to be like, my parents. That's not where they wanted to spend money. So like I didn't see a Super Nintendo until like. Until this N64 was out, you know what I mean? So like I just kind of stuck to my NES, and that's where that's what I fell in love with. Yeah. So I'm not like so crazy hardcore, but I play a fair amount now. I got an Xbox, and I love it, and I like to kill zombies and
zombies need killed.
Yeah,
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to kill the zombies.
So, and then with projects moving forward, are you going to stick to your gamer fan base? I mean, because you've got your Legend of Neil fans, your Zelda fans.
I don't think I'm going to do video game parodies for the rest of my life by any means, but I have a feeling that it'll always influence things. Like we're actually, Tony, Janning, and I are writing a feature right now, and there's, it's not about a video game in any real way, but it's, there's a character, and there's video games involved. He plays games, and there'll be jokes about it. So like it'll always be a part of stuff that I do, I think, but I don't know if I'm going to be like, I just want to go through every game and parody it or something like that.
It would get stale, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think I definteto want to branch out.
Definitely. So do you have any ideas that you can talk about that you're?
Not really. They're kind of all in the nascent stage, so I don't really want to spoil anything, and I actually contractually can't. So.
Fair enough. So you guys have done, is it 2 music videos now for the Guild?
2 music videos for the Guild, yeah.
So what was it like doing your own music video for?
Crazy, amazing. I mean, that's the coolest thing about this whole medium too, is that we're not just making a show. We're making music videos. We're making comic books.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't know, just doing things that as a kid you just dreamed.
If you could go back and meet your
I mean,
8-year-old self, they would idolize you.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I definitely never thought I'd be in a comic book. That's kind of awesome.
That
And
is.
making, you know, and it's so freeing. We're not just making music videos that are like specific to our show, but it's like, oh, we get to do a Bollywood, like to
That was
dabble in that
incredible.
genre.
That was incredible.
Yes, I think, I mean, I love what we do, and I'm really proud of that Bollywood video. Special props to Kim Evie and Sean Becker, the co-directors and the producer. Gabe Ure was our producer, and our production designer, Greg Aronowitz, who just like
It was an incredible
did amazing
music video.
things. I mean, because you know, I conceived the idea right after Date My Avatar. I was like, we got to do some Bollywood next year. Like that would be great.
Yeah.
You know, Slumdog Millionaire just won. You know, it's kind of in the public consciousness. I'm Indian. Let's take advantage. So, but never in my wildest imaginations did I think we would have an elephant or you know
So
all these.
that
like,
was a real elephant? Then?
No.
No, okay.
It was not. It was 3 pieces that were like brought together to be an elephant. But
It looked pretty good.
our production designer just happened to have that in his lot.
How many people just happen to have one of those?
Only Greg Aronowitz. That dude is unbelievable. He also production designed this 3rd season of Legend Neil, and you know he's worked with Spielberg, Lucas. He's an amazing talent. If you've ever watched AI, he made the Blue Fairy in it. Like
Awesome.
he's done stuff for big movies, Jurassic Park, and you know, and he's also a big advocate for the web, and he's just really excited about the Guild and Legend of Neil, and the reason why he works for us, because we don't pay him anything near what Jurassic Park would pay him. But he works with us because, you know, as he told me, he's like, this is the Wild West, this is the frontier, you know, and you guys are doing cool stuff, there's more of a collaboration involved, and so it's amazing to be able to attract talent like him, and that's why stuff like Game On looks so cool. It's not because we have a lot of money, it's because this talent is coming on board and donating their time and energy because they love it, the passion's there.
They believe in it strongly.
Yeah.
Great, that's excellent. So anything you can tell us, you know, coming up on Legend of Neil, what are you excited most about season 3? Just anything?
The whole damn season, but definitely the finale. I think, I just think we kind of outdid ourselves. Like I'm really proud of. It was the hardest shoot I've ever personally done. It wasn't a ton of cash, and it was really ambitious. Like I said, Greg was on board to do the production design this year, and yeah, I think the finale is going to blow people's minds. I'm really
Awesome.
excited.
So this is the end of Neil?
This is the end.
Awesome. It was a great run, though.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to go on
top.
top, and I've always viewed it as a trilogy of seasons, and I grew up on Lord of the Rings and awesome trilogies, so I wanted to emulate that.
Awesome. So
Yeah, man.
we're looking forward to it. So thanks for stopping by and talking to us.
All
Enjoy
right.
the rest of the show.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.